All right, welcome back. Now, time for us to talk about the business of today. They're very interested in this particular topic, sexual harassment in the workplace. Now, not just in the workplace, even for inside campuses, the university, where they see lecturers sexually assaulting or rather harassing a student. So we won't talk about them today, but on this part, we go actually take someone's experience to actually let you know more concerning sexual harassment and what you need to do. I remember one time, person be tell me, saying, she was harassed by her boss, but she don't know what to do. At the end of the day, she just got resigned from the work because the boss talks, say, if you don't agree for me, I will make your life miserable in this workplace. So she don't know what to do. She just actually resigned. But we're going to talk about in depth today because we get a wonderful person in the house. She not victim of sexual harassment in the workplace, but she will tell us more concerning them. Join me, welcome CJ Yusuf inside the house. CJ, good to have you.
Welcome,
Hello.
CJ.
Good to be
now,
here.
I would rather refer to you as a survivor.
Yes, of sexual
harassment in the workplace. But tell us exactly, make we understand your story, how this thing actually come to play.
Okay, I was a youth corps member. I just joined the organization. It was a bank, actually. And this was in 2008. My, I hope I don't give away too much. It was the group head of the unit or department that I was in. And, you know, when we were doing the onboarding, during the onboarding process, he made me feel like I was special. That was how it started. So they have a way of making you think, oh, you're doing something extra. That's, well, in my experience, that's how he started with me. So I felt, oh yeah, I'm the new intake who's flying high and doing everything good, and you know, I was in his good books, and so yeah, he started by making me feel very good about myself and my output on the job. I would say that I was doing the job pretty well, and he would send me messages, he would send me emails, and then he graduated to making those comments.
What comments?
They were really lewd jokes around
your body features.
Oh God!
Like, oh my God, why are you looking so sexy? Oh, I love your.
And then he would tell me, you know, the skirt you wore on Monday. Can you wear it again? You know, things like that I didn't want.
So when they talk all these things, at any point you ever tell them, say, oh, excuse me, sir, I know they appreciate these comments, and I go appreciate several times.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for your response.
He was a bully. I use worse now because he's late.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. He was a bully, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. Apparently, I don't know, but what I heard was that he had his way with a lot of people. So it came natural to him. He didn't think I would refuse him. And so even when you tell him no, no is no in your books. In his books, no can be yes.
But even because I can imagine playing along, because if you tell people, they'll say, just play along. Now, NYC now, just play along, maybe 1 year actually, make it just elapse like that. Did you, at a point, play along?
I wouldn't exactly say I played along, because like I said, he was a bully. Okay, he was in the habit of giving money. And I collected a couple of times.
Of course.
It wasn't like I didn't want to collect it because I knew what his intentions were.
But you not force the money on you.
But then you had to collect it.
Why?
That's the way he was.
But
he would give you hell.
What exactly go happen?
He would give you hell.
How?
So if I say I played along in that regard, then that means I did play along. But he would give you hell. You need to collect it. I don't know what it was that he enjoyed. He was a giver. So he would give people school fees. He would, it was just give. Generally, would I say nice? Because I know he had an ulterior motive, so I would not really say he was nice, but I knew he was a giver. So he would give, maybe to compel you to giving him the answer that he wanted or something. I don't know, but.
Did he actually, at a point, come out to say, Siju, I want to make you date me?
Oh, yeah. He sent me. I will never forget that message. He said, you look like my first girlfriend. You know, they have a way with words.
Very cliche words, I must say. But, Siju, now, I want to understand. He tried to harass you and everything. How did the story take end? At what point you actually stand up to him and tell him, say, you know, waiting, I know if you do this, and any action where you want to take, are they ready to handle them?
Okay, we had gone on a trip, on a work trip to Kaduna in that year. I think it was 2010 or 2011, 2010, I guess. And on the plane, it was a tussle. He had to sit beside me because of what he wanted to do. And he pulled my face close to him. He wanted a kiss, and he was, you know, all over me. And my 3 buttons came loose, not like outrightly off. And I just knew at that point, I can't do this anymore. Okay, I'm not doing, it's not by force. And you know, when we were, you know, descending and everything, another colleague was on the plane with us as well. So he looked at me and said, "Shiju, your buttons are off. You may want to fix it." I said, "No. This is too much for me." So we go back to the office, and guess what he did again? I was supposed to go. I think it was the same year of my NYC. I was supposed to go for my community development, and he had his driver ready to take, he was just all over me. He had his driver ready to take me there, you know, like atonement for his sin. But I just said, "No, I'm not going. Whatever you want." Because at that point, I was tired, and I had it up to, you know, here. I just told him, "Whatever you want to do this time, I'm ready for it." So I think he had to come to a time or a point where I was really, honestly done. Although he didn't stop, because he still victimized me because he didn't have his way. He thought victimizing me would, you know, make me succumb at some point.
Tell us about the victimizing, because we want to understand what happened.
So it was the way the place was set up. We had like 300 workers in the same location, and we would have morning meetings where we even had to use what's it called?
The phone.
Yeah.
To talk to
that's how loud we were.
Yes.
So when we're having the meetings, they would go, "Oh, and the youth core member." We were 3. It wasn't only me. But then it was out for only me. And he would say, "Oh, the youth core member, the dark one, the that one, you know, the one that, you know, thinks that she knows everything. I mean, and then there was this particular day he said, and they're bringing another one, a final one, I tell you." It was, it was so petty. I'm telling you. In the meeting.
He actually talked about.
Oh, yes, and I looked there, I said, "Praise Jehovah, let them bring whoever, just to take this stress off me." So, yeah, it would victimize me. And then my appraiser was coming. He called me the night before. "What are you wearing?" I said, "Oga, please, please, don't just bother asking me." Then he said, "You know your appraiser is tomorrow. I'm fixing your appraiser tomorrow. You better tell me what you're wearing now."
As in the night in your own house, what are you wearing?
I'm telling you, what are you wearing to bed? Like what lovers would probably discuss.
Talk about.
Yeah.
Now, Siju, at any point did you decide, or you actually take go human resources, say, "Okay, this now waiting they happen, this man they harass me, and I don't tire." Why?
No. I would, or let me say, this is what I would do now, knowing what I know now, and you know, having gone through the experience and everything. But then I couldn't do that because I just felt, I'm a young graduate. I needed the job so badly. What happens if I tell them? And then what we gathered was that it was in the very, very good books of the MD. So whatever complaints you would take, or that's what I heard. I didn't try to, and I'll tell you why. That it was in the very good books of the MD, and then they would just turn everything on you. So there was no need to try. I had a friend in the human resources that I hinted about it. And then the guy, my boss, came to the office the following day, and he was talking about how some people would lose their job. Some people are reporting him to HR already. And I had not reported.
You just said it.
I was gisting a friend. So I didn't even know who to trust.
Wow. So in this entire process now, there must be like things where you learn. What do you actually learn in this experience?
I learned,
especially as regards to where you fault yourself. Because sometimes it is very quick for us to say person harass us, but waiting be the lesson where you actually learn from them.
So taking it from where you pointed out, if you don't want it, then say no outrightly. The worst that would happen is they send you out of the job.
And people don't want to lose their job.
Oh, well. So that's where you need to make up your mind. What exactly do you want? Would you stay with the harassment and keep your job? And maybe it escalates to something, I don't know. Or would you go out and, keep your head high? So you need to make up your mind at that point. I would always fault myself for, even though I said, oh, you couldn't refuse it, but I mean, if I had refused it, I would have been out of the job with the way you went on about it. But hey, maybe I would have gotten another job, maybe not. But I mean, I wouldn't do that to myself.
I like that. And also, Betiana, sorry, because we are just chatting here, you would tell us that you don't actually go through workplace sexual harassment, how you take handle them?
Well, for me, like I tell you in the beginning, I know exactly no sign of sexual harassment.
Okay.
I just noticed that this person, they pick on me. Like, if I do anything, you know they're good enough. No matter how much effort I put to the job, it just know they're good enough. You understand? You know when person will just pick on you. If I drop cup, I know drop them well. If I drop plates, I know drop them for the right angle. Very little things where you go, they wonder, say, but this person do worse than me. Why you know they shout for this person? Why you say, now only me, you they pick on? So something happened where they say, I mean, they work for a company where they say, they work late night. Sometimes they work 3 days at a stretch. You understand? So I know if we go house that day and in get apartment for the office. So I said, okay, why not? Make we just stay for the house where in they stay and everything. Now that night, I take no say, okay, now this no be oga with a vex for the junior. This na actually attraction where this person no feel express openly to me. And so when they try and make advances, I tell them, say, you know what, I know if you do this, what you they try to do, what are you up to? And they tell me, say, you don't notice I don't like you since. And I look I'm eyeball to eyeball, because this person, not even single person, young person, maybe say, on a normal day, I feel say, okay, why not? I feel date you. So I look at them and I tell them, say, if what they do to me all this while, you call them attraction, then I'm sorry. I know fit ever, even by mistake, say I won't date you. Because for me, if you like a person, you tell the person. Not be say you go, they use hatred, they face the person. And I don't learn, say, a lot of people, when no fit express themselves, now the manner with them they use to approach the opposite sex, because they don't like the person, they no fit tell the person, then go turn them to hatred. And they're very wrong. So that's not the only aspect. Wait, why they laugh? Like,
No, as a victim of workplace, but I'm so sorry, I want to take them away from workplace, from university now. It happened to me for inside school. A lecturer actually victimized me to the extent that I got to call my mom, see, and she actually consolved the issue. But I want to come to church. Now, in my choir group, not my, I don't want to, in one choir group, whatever, where I did, one church where they go, where I joined the choir. The choir master, I don't know if they like me, but I just say sometimes they'll tell me, say, let's hang out and whatever, and then we go hang out, go chop food and everything. So you get one time where a particular chorister was getting married in, let's say, Enugu, and then we got to travel. He said, we nominated you to go. We'll pay your flight ticket. I'm like, okay, that's nice. So me and the choir master and another guy again, another guy. So I was the only girl there. We actually go. So they said we go stay hotel room. So it will be 2 rooms, 2 persons to 1 room, 2 persons to 1 room.
Church.
Yes.
Why don't you say 3 guys in 1 room and you alone in 1 room?
Wait. So me, I could talk, say, oh, I'll stay with my choir master because he's older than me. So I just felt, okay, it's better than staying with all these younger people. It's now. Now they say, okay, are you sure? I said, you know what? I will stay with the choir master. Now I stay inside room. After I bath finish.
You stay for that room?
Yes. So, as in, now people say, make I pray. Now I give plenty prayer. Me take it down, choir master, whatever. In the night, now they say, and they move. I said, excuse me, sir. What's happening, sir? He said, no, nothing. I'm cold. I want to feel. I said, use duvet.
Really?
Or put up the AC.
I said, use duvet. I said, put up the AC. I'll use duvet. Do you know that? Because I don't actually agree to your advance. Because now, if you just allow him, like, it could just enter. Because I don't actually agree to him. That guy victimized me for the choir.
Really?
You know, say if you want to be lead, as in to take song, they say, no, Sarah. I'll be like, no, she's not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, for anything again, they call my name. And I don't even care. And I don't even care. You understand? Sometimes
I wasn't confirmed because, you know.
And sometimes I'd be like, excuse me.
The appraiser was nasty.
Wow.
She's terrible. She's this, she's that. And then God help you if you make mistakes on the job. He held on so... Oh, God.
I ask whether you actually place a formal complaint to the HR. Now, you know why these things, they help? Because if you place a formal complaint to the HR, they already know on record, so you get issue with this man.
And
so, wait, I understand. And then when the appraiser come out, and then see like that, a decent organization go fit tell, say, okay, why this now? After this girl complained,
this particular thing happened.
You understand?
I get, and the one we actually pay attention to Like even, and just a reason, even with my choir, then when I would tell another person, they don't really believe because they're like, are you sure? Maybe you don't go wear some kind of short nightgown, or you understand? They don't really believe. And when you call the victimized, like sometimes when I want to ask questions, they say, Madam, what do you want to say again? I'll be like, excuse me, I'm not Madam, my name is Sarah. So subtle victimization just actually step in. In some cases, you don't know how to help yourself. Even the person who you say you want to actually talk to, be friends to that.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
for me,
some other people will advise you say just leave the work.
No, for me, yes, leave the work, but I be advocate of stand up for yourself.
Yeah, I get that.
Now, even if you go leave the work, face some, make it know say you know it's in you are not a god in my life. Now you feel say because of the position where you did and you talk something say the man don't day late. I know say you know they right talk about
late
the
now.
dead.
Oh, yes,
but for me, you are not God.
Yeah,
so if you feel, say, even these so-called choir master they talk about, I go, if you say, Madam, I say, yes, I have a right to speak.
No,
and you're not going to shut me
up. At that point, if you want to do that, you're ready to let go of the job.
The job but you have to go.
Even though it's going
well, but that's what I felt. I didn't want the job to
know.
go. So that's why I endured.
I know. I get that. Like sometimes when he calls me Madam, I'll be like, excuse me, I'm not Madam. My name is Sarah. He'll be like, no, I'll call you Madam. I'll say, okay, I'll call you Oga. So I always like give fire, but in some cases it doesn't actually work.
Say yes. I go answer the Madam status because for me to have sense more than you, I'm obviously Madam.
But I like the statement where you make, you need to stand up for yourself no matter what. Yes, God will give you another job, but you need to stand up. Your integrity matters a lot. All right, we're going to pass more, but we still get CJ and Yusuf in the house. She now survival, take your word.
Yes.
Survival of sexual harassment in the workplace. Well, we'll come back after the break. More to come on top of the show, so not go anywhere.
Yes, welcome back. We still get CJ Yusuf in the building. She's a survivor of harassment in the workplace. Now, CJ, just while we're on the break, another question entered my head.
Yes, please.
Now, at any point during this harassment for inside your office, you feel, say, you actually string them along to harass you? In the manner of what you do wear, the way where you do relate with them, or the way where you do relate with other colleagues, where in don't see around you?
Okay, his kind of person was unique. So you needn't even do anything extras for him to do whatever he wanted to do. So I never did that. I never stringed him along.
So once he like you, he like you. Whether say they interact with other colleagues on a very personal note, once he like you, he like you.
He even tagged one guy. He said I was going out with the guy. And, you know, he victimized the guy as well. A lot of them, actually.
Yeah. Wow.
Not a lot, like 2 of them.
Was this like the first sexual harassment in the workplace that you don't actually go through?
Yeah.
The first ever. So since there, anything that ever happened? Any harassment whatsoever?
Not sexual, but harassment.
Tell us about the other harassment.
You know, more recently is where the boss was upset and, you know, it wasn't really my fault, whatever happened, and he came to the office and he was going yada yada, using the F word and, you know, all of that.
That is another one again. You don't ever go for an
But guess what I did? I left the job.
You left the job?
Yeah.
Because you know better now.
Mean, not at this age.
You know better now.
Yeah.
I remember one time I actually go for an interview. And so I don't tell you before. And the man tell me, say, because there are a lot of harassment, a lot. He talks, say, I felt it was harassment on my own part because I'm a female. You say for 3 years you go work for this company, you're not going to have a boyfriend. Oh yeah. For that 3 years, and even though say you get boyfriend, I should not know and don't get pregnant. You should not know. That he should not know. I don't know. He say you don't want to say pregnancy. They actually hinder you from working well, even having a boyfriend. They actually affect. For me, that's harassment because I felt with it. And then you go, they ask you, say, are you a virgin?
At the workplace.
Wait, I'm telling you.
So that's what they call. That's
Okay.
what they call sexual harassment, verbal sexual harassment.
Yes.
When they're making suggestions about your sexuality, you know, that is unwanted.
How whether you be a virgin or not affects your production at the job?
As in ridiculous questions like, okay, if person talks, say, okay, you're not a virgin, okay, how many times have you had sex?
No way.
How many boyfriends have you had?
Excuse me?
I'm saying a very big company
and
here
people,
in Lagos.
answer the questions.
People answer.
For what
Actually,
reason?
when I come outside, because I tell the man, say, I'm sorry, I will not go with your terms. And they were paying good money. Imagine as a graduate then, they were ready to pay me $250. But I need to actually go with all these their rules on ground. And person come outside, tell me, say, did they ask you the same question? I say, yes. I said, what did you say? He said, I accepted now. I will not have boyfriend. I said, what? Like, even ask you about your sexual activity and then you answer. I say, yes, I answered. I just had to answer. And I told them I will not have boyfriend, I won't get married. I'm like, I can't be subjected to that kind of harassment.
I actually, they're very stunned.
They
find words to talk
about.
Words. I know if you find them because I don't want to believe, say, this kind of things, they happen.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
Shocked about the things you hear.
A friend of mine told me, say, she go for acting audition and she was asked to remove her bra.
Oh, that one don't happen plenty. I don't go acting audition and make I pull trouser. No, I don't go there make I raise my top so they won't see our belly. But I know better. So for me, I look, I'm like, okay, why?
What part of the job
go require that? And if you give me the script and I see and say, okay, you need that, and I did ready to go with, I'm fine. But I'm not go audition with about 15 other ladies in the room and then 5 men with the panel with cameras on standby, and you tell me, say, make I pull my trouser or raise my top because you won't give me what acting role.
Some ladies go to say, now you know one time, so you use what you have to get what you want. See, as long as they're not actually, there's no touching body and whatever, you use what you have to get what you want. Because I don't see a lot of ladies actually fall for this. This one means, does it mean that these ladies, where they actually fall for things like this, they get low self-esteem?
No. Situations, they really don't have low self-esteem. I would say situations or the societal givings, what we have obtainable. Like, I mean, somebody that has been home forever, no job, and then he goes for, or she goes for something and they say, pull up your top. And she thinks, oh, well, we don't know where this may lead. Let me just, you know, it's not really about her self-esteem. Or it might have been damaged along the way where she was, or along the line where she was home seeking employment. But I wouldn't say that's exactly what initiated them, or that's exactly what encouraged or pushed her to doing that. I would say that it's what is obtainable around us. I would say,
how do we handle issues like this? Really?
Because I look and say, for me, I would call that desperation. And how you feel, say, people go fit handle the desperation of getting a job? Because I know, say, a lot of Nigerian youths, they're out for house, and they go tell you, say, oh, there is no job, there is no this. But in the midst of there is no job, I actually know a person who gets 3 job offers at a go. And all she needs to do is select one.
Which one she wanted.
So what do you feel be the exact problem why people, they condone sexual harassment? Because I know people will say, then they harass them sexually for the workplace and then they live with them.
I think the fear of the unknown, majorly. Because in my case, I didn't want to lose the job.
Okay, that's one reason.
Yeah, I just felt, where would I start from? And that's really my reason. Where would I start from?
But at any point you feel... Okay, you feel, say, some of these people, not you now, some people maybe say they condone sexual harassment. Actually, they think in their mind, say, what if I actually like this man? What if I agree and, you know, everything turned rosy for me?
Then you wouldn't call it harassment in that sense. Because, I mean, you have colleagues asking you out. They will still ask you out tomorrow. So you won't call that harassment. But harassment is when it is unwanted. You really don't like it. I mean, your body just cringes and you don't want it, and then the person keeps at it. So I wouldn't call that harassment.
All right, let's shift a little bit now. I know, say, you're a blogger. Yeah. You actually blog, and I actually see your story about sexual harassment online. I was like, we need to actually have you in the house. And there's another one again where I say you write about being pressured for touch body. You understand what touch body is? For the S word, you understand, adult play, being pressured for it. And you talk, say, if they pester me for sex, he said, if I love him, I will agree to sleep with him. What message are you trying to pass across here?
Okay, so that is, should I say the deceit or the really nasty line that they use around here? I've been in a relationship where, my first ever relationship where the guy was like, if you love me, then you make me.
Yeah, let's join our body together.
Yeah.
So and that's not really love.
How you respond to when he tell you?
I mean, that's, permit me to say, bull crap. How is that love? How is that a show of love? Okay, sex in, I mean, we would go in another direction entirely. Sex is beautiful when it is done in the right context.
Legal way, yeah.
So when you tell me that I'm going to be pressured into having sex with you, not because I want to, but because I'm trying to tell you something, no.
So we thought it's your post, how you don't think inspire other girls, your post about sexual harassment, even about this, you don't get people read your stories online and they'll be like, oh my God, you've actually helped me.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah, I had two ladies from the university telling me about, okay, so I did a series sometimes ago about sexual harassment at school.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I had a couple of ladies call me to say, oh, you really helped them. Not really, like I gave them the 1 to 5 steps to avoid or anything. They just needed strength at that time. They just needed like a hug. And that's what I did to them. I didn't even know I just wrote because I needed to pass a message. I didn't know that there would be people experiencing it that badly at that time that needed encouragement. So that was what they got back to me to say to me that, oh, your message or your post really encouraged us at that time, or encouraged me at that time. And, you know, even though they had not come out of it, they were still experiencing it. But then, I mean, they know somebody is there who they can talk to and everything. Yeah.
Okay, since we deviate a little bit, make I just ask you very quickly, you be advocate of celibacy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what can exactly be your definition of celibacy?
Okay. So, like I said earlier, I said sex is beautiful when it's done
in the right way.
I am a Christian, and I believe that if you're not married, you don't have business.
Okay, so you go, you feel call a virgin, say she did celibate? Because I ask this question because I watch a particular show online, and a particular person they talk say, as long as say you never do one before, you know if you talk say you did celibate, say it did totally different. Okay. Say if you never chop chicken, you know if you tell me say I be vegetarian, because you don't even know how chicken tastes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we should start from the very beginning. What is celibacy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm throwing it back to you.
I don't know.
Abstaining,
that's what I'm asking.
Okay. Like so, normal words, what we know about is like abstaining from anything that's related to the sexual activity. Abstaining, like for me, I just believe in a person where you don't actually they're very active before, and then you decide on your own that you want to actually abstain.
So that's celibacy.
So now, in the midst of all of this, now some people go tell you, say, oh, I did celebrate, but I did kiss. Oh, I did celebrate. Yes, is that still celibacy? I did celebrate, but they make out, but no penetration. Is that still celibacy?
So sex is not only penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are sexual acts. So
all sexual acts come under the celibacy law?
Now, I'm writing a book, and I would just let you in on something I've written. So I was talking about kissing. I mean, I don't particularly subscribe to kisses. I mean, you are in a relationship. Why exactly are you doing mouth-to-mouth kissing? Why?
It's an act of expressing the way you feel.
So do you know that can escalate very quickly?
You know what, for me, I feel...
yes, you can. Yes, you can. My sister, yes, you can. But you can control yourself.
Thank you. People get different levels of self-control.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's exactly where I'm going to. So when you know your level of self-control, when you know this is... I mean, my husband, just kiss him and he's in heaven. So... for somebody like that, if he's in a relationship, he's not married to the person, he shouldn't go about kissing people.
Yes.
Do you understand? So self-control is what I was driving at.
Thank you very much.
We can't wait to read that book.
We can't wait. Yeah. Very quickly, make I just give you our health tips for the day. And this health tip, they minister directly to me. God bless my producer. Yes. Now, they say a daily dose of ginger, either a teaspoon of raw or powdered ginger, if it ease post-exercise pain by up to 25%. Now, all you need to do now to add them to your hot food, like a stir fry or grilled salmon salad, or any other hot food where you say you feel tolerate with ginger inside them.
It's just 25%, you will still feel the pain.
We 25% away of the pain where they feel. Trust me, I go feel better than I feel right now.
Minus 75%.
It is better than 100.
I just the hand not going to pay you, but the body going to pay you.
Yeah, you a witch?
But nice tips. Thank you so much. Thank you. What would be your final words to a lot of ladies where they are there, that are being sexually abused or rather harassed in the workplace, in the school,
in church,
anywhere, in churches, like my story?
Okay, so I would say that if you're experiencing sexual harassment, just stand for what you believe in.
Yeah.
Don't give any green light. If you don't want it, then don't smell it. If you're not eating it, don't smell. Run away from every appearance of sexual harassment.
Okay,
and men being harassed, because I know behind the scenes people are asking me, men are being harassed by women. Really, how?
I saw a movie, or maybe not so recently, where, I can't remember the names now.
Okay.
The lady made sure the guy went, I remember it's Genevieve and some other guy.
Okay.
Made sure that the guy did not go home to the wife and, you know, whatever, one thing led to the other and, you know.
Oh, my God.
He didn't want to say no. Why? Fear of losing his job.
Oh, they happen. I know a personal experience of a lecturer of mine when he say he try getting PhD and in own supervisor. This is not lecturer. Him not my lecturer, but he won't do in PhD. And his supervisor, a woman, they tell him, say, unless you spend the night with me, I know will actually approve your topic. My
goodness. Now let's take this conversation online. Let us know if you don't actually, if you're a man and you don't actually dare harass on for workplace or in school or anywhere, how you take actually handle. And please follow us on top of Instagram and Twitter. We did there at Princess Uwi or at Bettyana, or you follow the official TV page at Wazobia Max. Follow Siju, please. She's there on top of Instagram at Siju Yusuf. Yeah. Very simple. Please follow her and ask her any question relating to sexual harassment. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
having me. We need to play a game with you, but time not be our friend again.
Aww.
Yeah. As we always talk. To talk not be bad thing, but make you know what they talk about. Thank you so much. We had a lovely time with you.
I wish you played.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.